Alright, here we are. So, welcome to the Building Body Show. I am Georgette Elizabeth Correa, and this is
Jennifer Miranda.
How you doing?
This is Trinidad.
Yes, and I'm so excited that it's our first recording.
Oh my God, did you hear my stomach growl?
And she's hungry.
Always hungry.
Oh, well, that's what happens when you exert all that energy.
Yes.
She's a big girl, you know.
I'm actually getting this too.
Spreading your wings, huh?
If that's what you call that. Yeah, it's a good day. I can't believe it's already going to be the start of a new year, 2015.
Isn't that fabulous?
My gosh.
I can't wait.
You know what? I can't.
The new things, I mean, even this that we're doing will be launched on well, if you're seeing this now, it's January 1st, 2015. Decided to do something collaborative, and here we are. Miss Scorpio and Miss Aquarius, both, well, number ones. Aquarius 1, Scorpio 1. I don't know if you'll know anything much about that, but we'll talk about that later. But for now, it's such a fabulous combination and energy. And talk about energy. Today is a day that we are going to talk about why work out.
Yeah, January 1st is normally when people start to their New Year's resolution,
Right.
and most of it is to get healthy, start working out, starting a new diet per se, and just making changes that are going to improve how they feel.
Is
how they
a major point, and then you go into the health aspect. Especially today, we have access to so much information on the internet, and so we're all informed in some sort of way.
We are,
right?
That's what I was thinking about today on my way here. Is that we're a more informed society, yet we don't utilize it because there's
as much.
We have more excuses.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, the information is there for you, and if you don't use it, then that's up to you. For me personally, I like to go on the internet.
Yeah.
I like to read books and watch videos to see exactly what's new. What are they talking about? I'm eating better.
Oh yeah.
Taking in more vegetables, more fruit.
Right.
Just a whole overall change in my mindset that I didn't have, 10, 15 years ago. It was there, but it wasn't as accessible as it is now.
Yes, and that's the advantage, the accessibility. It's so powerful. And going back to it being January 1st, New Year's resolutions, right?
Yes.
People, like last year, each year there's always a bunch of people that come into the gym, and by March, starts to dwindle. March, April.
Yeah, they be taking up space.
It starts to dwindle.
Let's be real with yourself.
Right, and there's the regulars like us that stay with it. So we are pleading with you, become a regular.
Yeah,
become a regular.
I enjoy seeing new faces, and but the mind. The mind is what has to change in order for the body to change.
Absolutely.
As far as getting yourself healthier.
Absolutely.
Because if you come into the gym and the mind is like, I'm here. Right. And you on a treadmill doing 2 miles per hour, which for some that's great. That's a good thing. But if you're on the phone, you're not really focused. You're doing selfies. Like, I'm at the gym.
Mindset is so important. Are you motivated, or are you inspired? And I love being inspired. I consider myself an inspired self-trainer or whatever. But I'm inspired to do it because that's longer lasting. The inspiration to say I'm inspired to take care of myself, to eat right, to train right, to go on the internet and find information. Motivation is good, but it limits you in a sense, you know, because you can be hyped and ready to go, and then you start to lose that momentum.
You know what? Yeah. I can agree with you. It's like having that music, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, right. And then something, it can be a phone call come through, and all of a sudden, boom. Yeah. All of a sudden, you don't have that feeling like, let me get out there and do what I gotta do.
Easily swayed.
Easily, yeah.
Growling, huh? I asked if she wanted some chicken. She said no. She wants a big pizza. Okay,
that's right. We're going to take this, New Year's out. Went out the wrong way and coming back in the new way. I may be just thirsty. That's what they say. Sometimes hunger is just a thirst.
That's it. Throw some water in there. And that's alkaline water, by the way. Great machine that I have that alkalizes the water. It filters it.
I don't taste no chlorine up in this one.
Right. So, back to your mindset, do it because you're inspired. And you know what's interesting about inspiration is that the polar opposite of inspiration is desperation. That can also move you to work out, because sometimes you have a desperate life situation where your doctor may say, you know what, you need to work out. You need some cardiovascular exercise. You may need therapy, physical therapy, whatever it is, but desperation sometimes moves us into that inspiration.
Most definitely.
So it's so important to understand why you're working out. Why, and that's the thing,
because most people, like going back when I first started working out, is people always look, well, you were never this or you were never that, and see, I have my limit. Right. And sometimes we all have our limits, and somebody's limit may be that, like you said, the doctor is telling you, you're pre-diabetic, you're hypertensive, your cholesterol level is high, things like that. You're obese or overweight or morbidly obese, whatever. But for me, it was just, that was my limit. I looked at the scale at the time, scale was important to me, weight was important to me. And that's when I said, all right, enough is enough. And of course, there's a story behind why I took it to a different level, as far as just not just working out to maintain, but working out to achieve a different look to my physique. But so I think what it is, some people do, there is a limit. You would hope there's a limit. Hopefully it's not death.
Right.
But it could lead to death. It's you seeing somebody die that's around you, getting sick around you, and then you decide, you know what, this is it for me. I need to make a change.
And tell the viewers the story that you had told me about what inspired you to work out to begin, Tell the story.
Well, it was for me. That was 2005. I because I worked out. I was in the military, so I did the basics to maintain my weight and do the type of training as far as passing my PT test and whatnot. It's a physical training test in the military. Anyway, I saw this female at the gym I had just started at, and I mean, because I thought I was looking good, you know what I'm saying? And man, this black chick came and she was on that treadmill and she was boom, she was boom, 7 miles per hour. I could see her right now. She was going green. She was going. I was on my elliptical like this, I was just doing my thing. I saw this chick. Her leg, she had on these shorts, stuff that you see in a magazine. You know what I'm saying? She had her body, she had this nice brown complexion, and she had on a little sports bra with her little midsection and her little boot, short. I was like, I'm envy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
People, and it wasn't jealousy, because, it was more envy. I was like, ooh, I want that. Because, I've seen women on TV. I've seen Caucasian women, you know, with nice physiques, you know, in front of me, and then I've seen the athletes and the Janet Jackson, Mary J. Blige when she had her arms and everything together. Oh, Angela Bassett. So you know, so seeing them, you be like, oh, I want that. But seeing her right there in front of me, that was a wake up call for me.
Yeah.
It was right there in front of me.
Yes, in color.
Because it actually made me look like, damn, Jen, you ain't got your together.
Right.
As you know, because
you can say shit.
I'm trying to. My New Year's resolution is like 160 something.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the muscle tone that I have now. But when I was like, oh yeah, and he was like, man, she too small.
It's always judgment.
Okay. Well, I was like, well, I like how she looked.
Right.
So, the guy pointed me out to her trainer. And, you know, it was two black guys up in there with nice physiques and stuff like that. And so, you know, I was like, I'm not just going to jump on that first. Like, okay, that's her trainer. But let me see how the other trainer looks. And then I started looking at, you know, the trainees. Like, you know, you just don't want to go off of one person. But you want to go off of, like, how does the other people that he trained look?
Right.
Versus the other. So I noticed that the one trainer, he kind of pacified one of his trainees. No, you look great. Why they over there bull crap? You know, lollygagging and bull crapping. They looking like, well, I didn't want to look like them. But I looked at my dude E, and that's when I went. I was like, I hired her trainer.
Wow.
And I was like, wait. When I get my income tax return check, give me a trainer. And let me tell you something. That was one of the best investments I made. I think it was like, it cost me like $1,200. And I think I did like 3 or 4 months of training with this dude 2 times a week.
That's determined.
Right. That was the resistance training.
Yeah.
And what this dude did for me, I mean, he didn't play. You know, he was quite serious, and I like to play.
Yeah.
So, and plus he was fine too. So I was trying to like, you know, all flirtatious and stuff. He didn't pay no damn attention to me. He felt like this. If you got time to talk and play, then let's do another rep. Let's do another set. Man, by the time I was like, when I left out that gym, and it was only like 30-minute sessions he was giving me, but I mean, it got to a point I would show up late. Because I was like, I can't deal with 30 minutes with him. Because he pushed me. He kicked my behind, but then you know what? Then he held me accountable as far as my nutrition, because that was very important. That's when I started seeing like the changes, because he started holding me accountable. You know, writing down my things and watching it and saying, "Let me see what you ate." And I'm like, "Oh wow,
he was scrutinizing."
Yeah, so he had that red pen, right? So he started right, and I was like, "Wait now." But that was a kids meal, you know, the Happy Meal girl. So I went from the regular regular size McDonald's meals to the kids meal, and he was like,
"You're not supposed to eat this." No, I was like, "Damn, man, can't lose a little more and stuff." I got it. I ain't cool with it.
And I started eliminating that, and all of a sudden, I just started seeing the changes.
That's the only way you see it, right?
You know what? Honestly, it is the only one of the. Yeah. It is one way of seeing the changes quicker.
Right. You have to make a change.
Yeah, because you know, over time, you can't see changes, but to see a faster change, you have to put everything together.
Yes.
The nutrition, the training, the rest. You
know, the mindset.
The mind. Oh, yeah, because my mind, man, there's
times. Get your mind right.
I was like, man, I ain't got time for this, man. I didn't even want to go in the gym because I was like, oh, he gonna kill me today. But then, you know what? When I started seeing those changes, I was, you know, I'm gonna say that was the motivation for me.
Yes.
All of a sudden, I was like, bam! I was getting in there and be doing my cardio and hitting them train, boom, 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 and oh my God,
the results.
Yes,
and I think, you know, well, not I think, I know that most would rather see first than believe. But with something like this, actually, all throughout life, believing is seeing. You have to believe that it's possible. That's why mindset is so important in becoming inspired, because once you believe that it's possible, believing is seeing. Then you'll begin to see it, because you're not giving up. You know, you just keep going, because some people, you know, after a month or two and they're not seeing results, they're basing their success on the results they can see,
Yes.
as opposed to understanding that there's so much going on in the body, in the mind, the discipline, all of that's happening. So you have to allow that momentum to take place and allow it to then be seen. And you keep believing, and then it will be seen. And it just keeps going and going and going.
And then, I mean, it's also, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened for me is that I started researching too, you know, and it wasn't just, okay, I'm going to train for this 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'm going to go home and not think about anything else.
Yeah.
I actually started thinking about everything that was going to help me achieve the look that I saw in her. Mm-hmm. What I thought was like, oh, I want that.
Yes.
But Lord knows, you are in for a rude awakening, because sometimes you end up having more than what you even expected to have or wanted to have.
That brings up the point, you know, of aging versus declining. That aging doesn't mean declining.
No, it doesn't.
You know, I'm 51 and I'll be 52 in this month, January 26th. And just hearing stories like this is so inspiring. And, you know, that's what keeps me going, keeps me, you know, training and even eating better and doing better for myself. Because you look at these commercials, they'll have you think you're about to die any day now. You know, for people over 50.
Yes, they do tell you that. Yeah. That's for the average person that doesn't do anything. Mm-hmm. You understand? Like, even if you get injured, say for God forbid, but that you get injured right now, you're going to have a doctor give you information and instructions, I should say, of, you know, take 6 weeks off and relax and don't do this, don't do that.
Take this medication.
Yes, and this is based upon the average person that doesn't work out or is inactive.
Yeah.
A person that I know this, a person that has always been active cannot become inactive. They're going to try. Yeah. They're going to do everything possible to regain what it is that they lost, temporarily lost.
That's right.
You know, or they're going to find ways around it. Versus those that are inactive, you tell them, oh, take 6 weeks off and don't do that. They're not going to do anything.
They sure won't.
But a doctor said, and I'm not saying don't listen to your doctor.
Right.
But I'm simply saying it's just a different, the mindset is totally different.
And I just want to interject this. We're not doctors. We're not telling you what to do. Everything that we're
doctor on TV.
Everything that we're expressing is from our own experience and you know, knowledge, and we're still learning and growing. And we're doing this because we love doing this.
Oh, love it.
And I'm a firm believer in I don't have to wait until I'm so-called perfect, because perfect does not exist. So I'd rather just be who I am and fully express myself and learn along the way. I mean, a year from now, we're going to learn so much more, grow so much more, and our message may change. Our title of building body may change. Who knows? But my point is this, that you have to trust the process of growth and just allow it to happen, and you gain momentum. So do a lot of research for yourself. A lot of what we're bringing to you in conversation is, of course, is not all it is. Like I said, we're not the experts on it. We're speaking from our own experience. Yeah. So for your enjoyment, what can I say?
How you doing?
How you doing? So so the aging versus declining is, you know, the belief systems too. Yeah. What you're believing. Again, back to my being 51. I don't believe that I'm going to decline.
I refuse to do it now. I refuse now.
And you know what? I'm gonna be honest though, because I'm 40 years old, and so sometimes when I see Georgette training, and Georgette has 11 years on me, almost 12. But I'm like, damn it, I got 11 more years to keep doing this. And I ain't gonna lie, because you know, sometimes every day is not the day you be like, man, I gotta do this. But you know what? once I get through my training and everything else, I feel like I'm glad I did it. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what else, Jen? Don't you wonder if your body will be able to sustain this for 11 more years?
That's what I ask myself sometimes, because some days I just get up in there and try to kill myself, you know, in my training, because I'm like, let me see if I do this and do this and do this, how it's going to, you know, affect my body.
Right.
You know, will I get a change if I switch this up and do this and do that? You know, so that's what I'm looking at. It's more like, because we're all looking to get better.
Of course.
I think we're looking to get better.
We are, because it's a lifestyle. And that's why I ask, you know, 11 years from now, even 20 years from now. So, you know, I think about that too. It's like, okay, 11, 20 years. Right. It's, you sort of
will
adjust.
I still be running, or am I going to just transition to power walk? I don't.
You don't know.
I don't know, but I still want to be active.
Right.
I still want to feel good. I
and
still
look
want to,
good.
Yeah, and look good. Definitely, you know, great. I want to look great, and I want people to be like,
damn, for real, that's your age? Yeah.
For yourself,
Yes.
not in comparison to others, but for yourself. Competition actually inspires you to do more, you know, brings out that wanting more.
Yeah.
You know, and as you going back to how you became motivated, inspired, was seeing someone and you became envious, but that envy is actually when you're looking within saying, I know I can do that.
yeah,
She can do it, I can do it. So it does promote, it takes you to a level of awareness of yourself and your capabilities. So don't, you know, downplay the envy or jealousy, but put it in perspective.
yeah.